right, welcome back to another episode. So again, this is going to start off with the disclaimer. I'm not a doctor, I'm not your doctor. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. So what this is about is my experiment with going up to 200 milligrams of oral melatonin. Okay, so Dante Trudell put out a post on Instagram, taken down due to controversy, but about how melatonin at high doses can help with body composition and leanness. Okay, so I know that there are those studies that are done specifically with suppository melatonin, which those are 200 milligrams suppository, seems to absorb better. However, I wanted to go the oral supplement route because that's usually what people want to do. I don't want to stick something up my butt. So this is how I did it. I titrated it up. So I went from first week 10 milligrams, and then second week I went to 50 milligrams. Third week I went to 100 milligrams. Fourth week 150, and then fifth week 200. And I did that. So at the fifth week I did another 5 weeks of that. Okay, so a total of 10 weeks of basically titrating up to 200 milligrams of melatonin. So is this dangerous? I didn't see any adverse side effects. I'm not taking it anymore, and I still sleep fine. Okay, your melatonin production does not stop. Okay, it's not addictive either. I don't have an addiction to it as compared to like Finubit, where that can cause an addiction due to like prolonged use of consecutive days. So the melatonin that pretty much background of melatonin, right? It is secreted and made through the pineal gland. Okay, so you have tryptophan, 5-HTP, goes through some amino carboxylase enzymes, and helps with serotonin, and some help with serotonin. It creates melatonin. Okay, and that can be found in the pineal gland. It can also be found in bone marrow, and then also your GI tract. So which is why it's very important to go to bed on a more empty stomach rather than a full stomach where you might feel uncomfortable, maybe even increased body temperature. But your body needs to be able to regulate the serotonin levels and also produce more melatonin, because it's going to be like a timed release melatonin whenever it's coming from the pineal gland, the bone marrow, and your GI tract. Okay, so I really didn't notice too much as far as body recomposition. Maybe a slight reduction in like bloating. So, and it started to happen around the 200 milligram mark, right? So that's around like week 6 is whenever I started noticing stomach being more flat in the morning and hardened. But I've pretty much always had a distended stomach issue, and a lot of that is due to GI distress and anxiety. And I tried to not change any of my supplements, so I didn't take quarter block, right? So usually I do quarter block, and that'll reduce the cortisol. And I didn't do that, so I didn't take any magnesium during this time, except for what was in my multivitamin that I'm taking right now, like a liposomal multivitamin. Didn't take any type of ashwagandha, no adaptogens, no theanine, nothing that would help with sleep aid. I also stopped using HGH. So usually I do 1 to 2 units of HGH before going to bed for longevity purposes, prescribed through a doctor. And I stopped that. So I wanted to see how I would feel on recovery and sleep patterns. Okay, so overall, I haven't seen any adverse side effects. Even on examine.com, they break it down into different sections, like I always talk about the pharmacology, about if it's dopogenic or not, if it provides cardiovascular health. So they do have a section on there for fat mass and obesity, but I'll share my screen with you. Oop. So there we are, examine.com. So they noted that the serum leptin level, okay, so the leptin level increased. So leptin will help you be able to not like really overeat. So I did notice some suppression of appetite, but not so much to where it's going to hinder my recovery. But also, I think that it's due to having a deeper REM sleep and a deeper sleep. However, some of those nights they were interrupted with kids and with my wife and her having cluster headaches. And so there were some variables and discrepancies in this. I typically do run a higher liver enzyme. I haven't gotten blood work yet. That'll be coming very soon, this next month. So yeah, next month on the 6th. So that'll be my usual time to get my blood work done. So because I usually get it quarterly. So next month will be the way to go. But the thought that melatonin is unlikely to be a potent weight loss or anti-weight agent, it does seem beneficial to influence parameters though. So that's kind of like the overall thought process of examine from going through all these different studies. However, I just want to let you know that, you know, they also claim that melatonin appears to regulate aromatase. So maybe that has something to do with the hardening of your appearance, of your recomposition, maybe reducing some body fat as well. Again, with the higher leptin levels, reducing the desire to eat throughout the day because ghrelin will be suppressed a bit. So I think with all that together, it's nothing that I would place my money on as far as like life-changing. However, I think when we're talking about small percentages, especially getting ready for a competition, or you're really kind of lacking that sleep or that need, I wouldn't, if you're a healthy individual and you go to the doctor regularly and you don't have any pre-existing conditions or diseases where a supplementation like a 5-HTP, like if you're on SSRIs or on anti-anxiety medications, okay, I wouldn't take it just because it may interfere with how that works as far as serotonin production, or whether you have a uptake of serotonin or a blocking of dopamine, whatever medication that you're on. So I would definitely talk to your doctor before doing anything like this, and not just your regular PCP. I'm not a big fan of PCPs. They kicked me out many, many times because I asked them questions. So I would try to go to like a PhD doctor. Those are ones who actually do research, and they do sometimes take clients or patients, but they're far and few between who actually want to research this and be able to help you out. However, again, coming from me, 200 milligrams from week 5 to week 10, so 5 weeks of it, not bad. And I will probably do it again, maybe if I'm on like some sort of like cutting cycle, kind of trying to lose some body fat. However, right now I'm just trying to maintain, so it doesn't really matter. But the one thing I did notice is that my hunger in the morning was like outstanding, right? So like I would wake up in the, I would want to wake up in the middle of the night, but I was like so like kind of groggy, I didn't want to. I like chose not to eat something. So I would get up, and if I had got up, I would just get water, okay? Because I didn't want to interfere with the melatonin production in my GI tract. Also, I didn't want to see the light, the like LED lights or any type of bright light to interrupt my melatonin production, because they can decrease significantly from that light, which is why in the room it's going to be more advantageous for your sleep. So the hunger though, it felt as if I was on like MK677, right? Like it felt like that. Maybe like I was on Prambulan or something, or GHRP6. But that's about it. So like, share, comment, subscribe. Probably should have said in the beginning. Anyways, if you have done melatonin at high doses, or if you know someone who does, or if you're a friend of Dante or anybody else and you want to share this video, this is my opinions on this. This is my anecdotal evidence of me doing this for 10 weeks. And the next time I'm doing it, I will do another 10 weeks, but I will jump right back in to 200 milligrams this time, and not even not even titrate up. And again, I was taking dissolvable tablets, so they're 10 milligrams per, so it gets pretty costly. So I would try to find the best deal as possible. Anyways, later, guys.